Welcome back, my pupils. This is Gene coming to you with Reloading from the Hot Pot. Today, we're going to be taking a look at the Taurus G3 full-size handgun. Before we get started here, let's show that we are clear, nothing in the magazine, nothing in the chamber. This is a benchtop review, so there is no completed ammo on the table. So here we go. When me and Mrs. Hotshot went to the LGS, aka Blackwing Shooting Center, and I picked up that Smith & Wesson 10mm, she was looking around at the used firearms, and she kept going back and looking at this Taurus G3. She kept looking at it, she asked to see it, got it out of the case, held it, gave it back, walked around some more, looked at a couple others, pulled a few up on a mat, and held each one and seen what she liked. And her pick for the win was the Taurus G3 full size. This is actually a very nice firearm. It only retails for $357 is the MSRP on this. We picked this up for just around, I think it was around $260 out the door with tax, title, and magazines to go. I'm going to run you through a couple specs on this. I got the specs pulled up over here on my PHONE, and it is a 15 round. It comes with two magazines, 15 round and a 17 round. Striker fired, fixed white dot sight, serrated steel drift adjustable on the rear. It is a full-size frame, 4-inch barrel, 7.28-inch overall length. Overall height is 5.20 inches, width 1.20 inches, and the weight 24.83 ounces. Yes. The material it's made from, the slide is stainless steel, the frame material is polymer, and the barrel is stainless steel. It is a 9mm Luger. It does, for the safety, it does have a loaded chamber indicator, manual safety, striker block, and trigger safety. The finishes is matte stainless, frame finish is black, barrel is matte. Let's go over this a little bit. Let's take a look around it. From the nose to the back end, there we go. We do have a slight crowning on the barrel, not very much, a little bit there. It's a little bit dirty. We do take it to the range and shoot it. It does come with a 1913 3-slot Picatinny rail, which is really nice for mounting your lights, lasers, pizza cutters, bags of chips, whatever you'd like to hang off of there. It's got a decent trigger guard, no serrations on the front, no undercut on the center of it, and decent undercut here on this part of the trigger guard. The takedown is just like a G-word, you know what I'm saying. It has very accessible slide release, but it is not ambidextrous. This is not an ambidextrous firearm. This is a right side shooters pretty much only. It does come with a manual safety, but manual safety is positive. Nice click, nice tactile feel to it. Little indentions here for, I don't really know what they're for. I don't really have anything that touches them. Do you have anything that touches them on your body? Because I don't get that. It's got decent mag release, and the magazines spit out. Look at that. I mean, they shoot out of this thing. Look at this. Watch this. Boink. The grip texture on this is medium to aggressive. I mean, it does have a nice bite. It is very similar to the way the new Smith & Wesson 2.0 texture is, the way it's very grippy, and it is in the right spots. This does hold very still in your hand when you're shooting it. It is quite a flat shooter. We've had this to the range quite a bit, put quite a few rounds through it, and have both really enjoyed shooting it. It's been very, very reliable. I've not had any issues with it at all. A little bit of wear there on the barrel. Had a little bit when we got it, if you can see that. Shoots fine, great shooter. I mean, economical pistol. I mean, this is an ultra budget pistol, you know, for roughly a $350 MSRP on it, and then you can pick these up for $240 to $260 all day long at your LGS used. This is definitely a great home defense weapon. Great carry piece if you like carrying something full size. Absolutely wonderful. It does come with two magazines from the factory. It comes with a 15 round and a 17 round. 17 round does have this goofy sleeve on it. Oh man, copying Smith & Wesson. Jeez, man. But On the bright side, they are Metgar magazines. So you know they are quality magazines, nice and sturdy, nice slick coating on them. Putting the 17 round in does make the grip quite a bit longer. Even my extra large full-size hands, I can get about half pinky onto that extra extension there. Doing the flush fit, I can still get a nice full purchase on that. I wouldn't want to try to speed reload that, but you know, I guess that'd be okay though. Really nice. Got a nice big extractor on the side of that slide there. Slide finish is, it's getting scratched up. You know, if you can see that, it's got some scratches on it. It is used. It's used. We use it. We take it to the range and we shoot it. You know, got quite a few rounds through this and have been 100% reliable. The trigger on this. Let's look at the trigger. Again, we are empty. No magazine, clear. Trigger on this is not too hateful. It does have a really long take up. I mean, that is long. And naturally, we have the dingus in the center there. But that, you know, once the dingus is depressed, nice. I mean, that's a long, but like some of the Canics. But the break is crisp, and the reset is right there. And the reset is enough that you can feel the reset. You can feel it. It doesn't really kick your finger out, but at least it's tactile to refeel it if you are target shooting. So, oh, and it also does have double strike capabilities. So, if you've done it, you pulled it, you let it back out, you go all the way, then you gotta come back in hard again, and it does break again. So it does give double strike capabilities. So if you have a light primer strike, you don't have to worry about it. You can hit it again to see if it will go off. Majority of the time, light primer strikes will go off with a second strike of a primer. So, you know, majority. You know, exception to every rule there. We're going to get our new trusty Wheeler trigger pull gauge out. And we're going to put this on here. We'll make sure it's on 0. We're going to put this on here and see what kind of a full pull, like you're doing a second strike, how many pounds that would be. And that comes out to a 6-pound trigger. I'm just going to pull these once. Now we're going to do it as if the trigger has been pulled and it is back in the battery, and we're going to see what we get there. There we have a 5-pound pull. So we have a 5-pound pull after the striker, or after it has been cycled and another round is chambered. So for the second strike capability or the full pull of the trigger, we have a 6-pound trigger pull, which isn't bad. And then for the reset of the trigger, we have a 5-pound pull. It's very crisp, very predictable, very easy to shoot. We have a lot of fun with these. You know, you don't have to spend thousands of dollars to have fun with a gun, and this just proves it. I mean, the magazines are cheap enough. You can find these magazines here for about $20, $25. She did find a third magazine. It's just not down here on the bench with me. But she found a third magazine for $23 plus tax. So she's got 3 magazines. So if she wants to shoot this in a stock service pistol, per se, in IDPA, she can. Or she just wants to plink with it on the range. It is hers to do with as she wants. I'm only doing the little bit of a benchtop review for you. But that's all I really got to say about that. Great economical shooter. If you don't have a lot of money to go spend on one, pick you up a Taurus G3. You know, any of the Taurus G series have going to be excellent pistols. There are some exceptions to every rule, just like every manufacturer, regardless of cost. Sometimes you run into one that's just not quite right. Well, Taurus does have a nice warranty, so you can get the warranty on there done. But this one's been reliable, very serviceable, very fun to shoot. Been having a good time with it. Well, that's all I got to say about this, my pupils. Thank you very much for watching. I greatly appreciate you. Maybe you'll get to see this in one of the at the range videos. We take it with us on occasion. But always remember to keep blowing the smoke.